Hello there, my dear beautiful friends. In this video I want to do an experiment. I have hot rollers here. I got the cheapest ones from Amazon, not the cheapest ones, they're decent, but you know the thing with the new generation of hot rollers is that they hold their heat for half an hour maximum, and they're not nearly as good as the older ones from the 80s, the 90s, that actually had wax inside of them. And my mother, she has a set of them. I used to use them. I'm gonna post pictures on the screen back when I had long hair. Those rollers, if you put them in overnight on dry hair, like just a little spritz of hairspray on each strand right before you roll them on, the curls will come out fantastic, so voluminous, so well defined, and they will last you forever, like until you wet your hair, literally wash your hair, the curls will last. These new ones, now I don't have access to my mother's rollers because they're in Italy and I'm in New York, so I got these, and I want to do an experiment because certainly these rollers, they're good, because before I rolled my hair with the curling iron, and the curl itself, once I would do one section, I placed the roller onto the freshly curled section and put it in place, and then waited for an hour for the hair to cool off, then also blew cold air all over my hair, and then a lot of fixing products like hairspray, texture spray, volume spray, a lot of those, and then shine spray on top to bring some shine back to the hair. But as you can see on the screen, that hairstyle came out fantastic. It held up very well through the entire night. I was shooting a portion of some little fiction that I cannot talk about just yet, but it came out fantastic. And even the next morning the curls were there, and I finally then washed my hair because there was so much glue in that hair that it's just crazy. But the curls were much better than if I were to just curl them with the curling iron alone. So today my question is, if I use these curlers without the curling iron, but on like freshly washed hair that still is damp, it's still slightly wet, like I took a shower like 2 or 3 hours ago, I did my skincare and stuff, and yeah, so I want to put them in and leave them overnight, like with those old-fashioned rollers, and see what happens, and we'll just see. But before I start putting the rollers in, I want to part my hair where I usually would part it, and set the parting with the blow dryer. Basically what I do is I blow hot air onto the hair for 10 seconds, and then in that same exact spot the cold air, like the coolest setting, the button that like makes it super cold, for 30 seconds, and that sets it in place. So the parting of the hair, I want it to be where it is, but the rest of the hair I'm not even going to blow dry or do anything, because the roots of my hair, I can already feel they're pretty much dry already. So what matters in this experiment is that the hair remains still a little wet, to see if that will give me those curls that I want. But the trick and the catch in this experiment is that I am not using any styling products, in the sense that nothing that I used in my hair has any hold to it. So I'm not using any hairspray, any texture spray, no volume mousse or spray or anything like that. All that I have in my hair is a smoothing leave-in conditioner, antifreeze, Olaplex number 6, you know what I like. There's nothing that would help to give hold to the hair in any way, shape or form. So now I'm going to be doing it all. It's probably a voiceover already, so I don't know how I'm gonna end up editing this video, but so I'll do the parting. So I did the parting. As you can see, when I do the parting, I lift up the hair because I want to volume where the parting is going to be. And then I also did the sides of my hair because I want a volume there as well, otherwise it just looks bad. I like to frame my face this way particularly. And now, since some of the hair became very, very, very dry, and that's kind of it defeats the whole point of my experiment, I'm going to be trying to use these authentic beauty concepts, hydration sprays. Basically they are. One of them is to hydrate. It's like a leave-in conditioner, better than spraying plain water into the hair, I guess, but only on the mids and the ends, not on the roots, which I just did the whole work for. The second spray is the beachy texture spray, wavy texture. This is kind of cheating because it does provide a tiny bit of hold, but it's free of silicones, free of everything. Basically, it's a vegan formula. It's great. It's just great. And whenever I use this on my hair, it's kind of like a leave-in conditioner. I don't think it gives any hold to the hair, but I'll spray some in just to help these curls anyway. So it's gonna be a mix of both. And then when I curl my hair, when I put the curlers, the rollers in, I always do it against, away from the face, that 70s look, because that's what I like to do it away from the face, because naturally my hair is very curly, and if I let it curl naturally, it all curls towards my face, which I hate. So if I'm gonna be doing all this work, I might as well do go for the look that I will enjoy. And as you can see, no matter what I do, no matter how I shake my head, the parting is there, because this is the trick. You could curl your entire head of hair. This is what hairstylists do when they give you a blowout. They basically go in with hot air and then cold air for basically 3 times the amount of time that you spent on that section of hair. With hot air, you use cold air then, 3 times the amount, because 10 seconds of hot air and 30 seconds of cold air to let that section first heat up, take that shape, and then for it to freeze in that shape. And for the hair to remain smooth and not freezy, you have to blow with the direction that the hair is going. So from roots to ends, kind of. If you see what I'm doing, I'm basically pointing in the same direction as the hair is. Because if you point it against the direction the hair is, you're basically opening the cuticle physically with that air, and it creates the look of freeze, freezy hair. So unless that is what you are going for, then do the contrary, obviously, what I just told you and what I just showed you. And it is also extremely important that you section your hair. The thinner the sections, the more surface area you have of that section to be covered by the heat tool, to be wrapped in that heat tool that you're using, whether you're straightening or curling your hair, it really doesn't matter. And to use good combs, good brushes. A good boar bristles hairbrush will smooth your hair better, and in general to detangle your hair on a daily basis, not to rip your hair out of your head, it's good to use a boar bristles hairbrush, a good detangling brush, like the ones that are safe to use on wet hair. Those are great to follow up with the boar bristles hairbrush. And then a good comb, a standard comb. The fine tooth comb, I find that it's just good for styling hair, not to use on a daily basis, because why would you go in and try to rip your hair unnecessarily? Like you would damage it unnecessarily, because the comb is just too fine. The tooth of the comb are too fine. Like you're literally doing unnecessary damage to your hair unless you're looking to style it. But if you are styling your hair and curling your hair, those sections, they don't just have to be thin, they also have to be well combed through. Otherwise, the styling, the curling, the whatever you're doing, straightening, whatever you're doing, it will be less effective, and you're unnecessarily again damaging your hair, and you're gonna have to go over it and over and over again to get the same result that you would get if you did it one time, but you first just combed your hair through well that specific section, and like that with each section. And so with the curling of my hair, I am choosing the sizes of the curlers accordingly, right? Of the rollers accordingly. So the thinner ones go where usually my hair doesn't hold any curl, the thicker ones where I don't want crazy curls. So at the crown, the center of my head, the larger ones, over the edges, the perimeter, that's where the curling of the hair is a bit harder for me. Like the curls, they just don't last, even though naturally it is curly. It's weird, so I have to use smaller rollers there. So the secret of how you actually get to put these hair rollers into your hair and get them to stay in there and roll them very tight to achieve that perfect blowout and just gorgeous curl result is to first comb through the section very well. Take as thin of a section as you can, preferably because you want the whole amount of hair of that section to be heated by the roller, to be touching the roller. So then the end of your ends of the hair of that section have to be wrapped in the direction that you want it to go. For me, it's against, away from my face. For some people, you can, it depends on your preference, you can do the contrary if you want to, but you roll it over itself. This way, it kinda holds the shape, the section doesn't get separated. It's quite different than with the curling iron, it's a bit different. So you take that ending of the hair and you put it in the center of the actual roller and start rolling, kind of like a little hook. You hook it onto the roller, the hair onto the roller, and then you make sure that it stays in the center and wrap the rest of the hair up to your roots very, very tightly, and clip it up basically, and squeeze it, kinda almost pull it out of your scalp a little bit. You have to put tension on it right as you're clipping it in, and it helps to hold on to the edges, the outer edges of the roller itself, because the rollers, they're a bit hot, so if you touch them in the center, you're gonna burn yourself. If you touch on the edge, you don't burn yourself. That's the whole point. And for the bigger rollers, there's bigger pins that hold in place very well. For the smaller ones, these looser pins, or whatever you want to call them, they're not gonna do the job. So I got the smaller ones separately. I got them on Amazon, and I did the entire unboxing / review video on my channel. You can go check it out. It's probably there already. So yeah, they were in that haul. And the reason why I'm lifting the hair up so much is to achieve a voluminous effect. Because if I were to just like attach these rollers to the hair as it is, I won't get any volume at all. And you'll see then how beautifully the curls lay also, because they're gonna look way more like beautiful and natural, kind of like a blowout, kind of like layering. You know what it does to the hair? That's what you get when you lift the hair up when curling it. Even if you're straightening your hair, you don't have to necessarily do it like just downwards. You can lift your hair up 90 degrees. You can lift your hair up even higher in relation to your scalp. It really helps then with the whole final look and the way that the hair lays and the hair, like the effect that you're giving off. So if you want to achieve more volume, definitely lift each section up high, like literally vertically high up, so that you get that volume. So as I was doing this, I realized that there are out of these clips that come with the whole like set of curlers, there are smaller ones that are like they are right matching each size of the rollers. So the smaller ones actually ended up working. They're holding up pretty well. So let's hope that they do until my hair is ready to like be unleashed, and like we'll see the final result then. Okay, and so as I'm doing this process a little more slowly than I did the first time, I'm realizing that these pins that the rollers come with, they actually work very well. The problem is that it takes a little bit of courage, literal courage, to push the pin through. Like it has to go through to the other end of the hair to hold it in place, but other than that, they do work, and they're holding up so well. Like they have a very strong hold. But again, you have to roll the hair in such a way that the entire length of the strand of the hair, like section that you take, your ends of your hair, they have to be in the center of the roller, basically. And then the entire rest of the length of the hair wraps around it, and the pin, this little pin, it goes right in the center, right where the ends of your hair are, basically, like they're wrapped in there. You have to pierce with the spin through it, and you can feel it pulling on your hair a little bit, but it's nothing like painful or anything, really. It's standard roller application. And if I have to be honest, the original old-fashioned wax rollers, those they didn't have the pins, they had those like clips, literally, that would match the size of the roller itself very, very well. So they were very, very tight, and to put those on, you really had to push with all of your strength, and the rollers were much hotter, and so like it was literally painful to the hands more than to the tension on your scalp to put those on. But it was much more of a workout, and for me back then I also had longer hair, so to just comb it upwards to achieve volume, it used to be such a workout. Maybe that's why I have very strong hands, I don't know. It's a workout. But with these newer generation rollers, if you do it on slightly damp hair, it's kind of the same thing, especially if you keep reheating them somehow, either with like a very slow hair dryer, like don't put it on the highest setting of how much air it's blowing, like very low with a diffuser ideally, not to disrupt the physical placement of these rollers. You blow hot air, then you blow cold air in circles like that, even with steam. Like if you go in your bathroom and turn on the shower on the highest, like and close the door so that the room gets very steamy, and stand in there for like an hour, I don't know, and then come out and wait another 3 hours before you take your rollers out. That will do the trick in my opinion, especially if you're again using also styling products that have hold to them, like a volume mousse, a curling mousse, any like sprays, again, texture spray, hairspray, anything. But in my case, in this video particularly, what my goal is with this experiment is to try and achieve curls, perfect curls that I can only have ever been able to achieve with by using styling products that have hold to them. Without any of it, basically, because I really love the way that my hair feels naturally as it is, like without any hold, like any products that have hold to them in my hair. I really love how it feels, like naturally, when I can just run my fingers through it, how soft it is naturally. I just want to give it the shape that I like. But again, if I can avoid using any like hold products, it would be perfect, because then my hair would be naturally perfectly styled yet super soft, and I can just like comb through it, I can run my fingers through it, and if it lasts until the next wash, like if it lasts a couple of days, it would be just amazing. Then this experiment, I would call it extremely successful, and then I would recommend for you to try it out. But as I'm talking right now, I still don't know the outcomes. We shall find out. And I hope that this voiceover goes better than the last one, because the previous voiceover that I did, this is my third voiceover that I'm doing in my whole life. So I really hope that I'm matching to what's going on visually in the video. And I really hope that overall the video turns out well. Okay, you guys, so now I'm done, as you can see, and I still have a little bit of these curlers left, basically. Yeah, so I still have some left, and I'm good. Like, it was more than enough for this head of hair. Even if I had longer hair, I think if I had longer hair I would have used more, and I would have taken a bit of like thinner sections, especially where I took extremely thick sections, but it doesn't really matter. And the thinner the section, the thinner the roller. The thicker the section, the thicker the roller. To me that's kind of obvious. But also, if you have long hair, you have to consider the longer your strand of hair is, the thicker your roller is gonna have to be. If you want extremely tight curls and very long hair, you have to take such paper thin sections that honestly, to me, it would be way too tiring. So yeah, but they still look good. I mean, let's see what happens, because my hair is still wet, the rollers are still cooling off. As I'm talking to you right now, I have no idea. Right now it's like evening, and we shall see, I guess, either in the middle of the night or tomorrow morning what happens. I might even like get ready, do my makeup with the rollers in, and then take them out. I don't know. But for now, I did it all, and I think it should come out at least somewhat decent. Like, I won't expect it to come out like for nothing to come out at all. I'm expecting for something to come out, but I don't know what, because there is no hold, like there is no hairspray, there is nothing that has hold in my hair to like keep these curls in place. So I don't know what to expect really. Like, will they hold up the curls, or will my hair just look like it was like I had a bit of a blowout and then it wore off? Let's see, we shall find out. Hello there, you guys. So I just wanted to check in with you right before going to bed. It's been like 4 or 5 hours since I put these rollers in, and I wanted to show you all around my head, behind as well, what's going on. You can see it for yourself. Hopefully you can see it all. I hope this turns out well, and I truly hope that tomorrow morning when I wake up, I'll be able to first of all film how I take these out for you, because they're a little bit like pulling on my hair, like literally from my scalp here and there. They're not the most comfortable, honestly, but they're not the worst. I mean, it's rollers, hair rollers, they always feel like this, so we shall see what happens tomorrow morning. Good night. Oh, and by the way, I can still feel a little bit that some of my hair strands are slightly they're dry, but they're not fully dry. Like they're ever so slightly wet, damp. I don't know how to best express this, but for sure if I were to take them out now, they would still be wet, like the very tips of my hair that are hidden underneath the top, if you look closely, right? I told you how I did it. So the very tips, they're deep inside and they're wet for sure. And so it's gonna take up until tomorrow morning to see if they have fully dried at all, first of all, and if they did, what result will come out of this. I'm so curious, really, that I'm willing to sleep with this on my head. Let's see if it's worth it. Then it might be worth it for me and for some people who are watching, who, as me, are lazy and wash their hair twice a week usually. Because my scalp, it gets oily, yes, but it really depends. When it doesn't get oily, then what's the point of washing the hair necessarily, even if it's short? I'm lazy. I can take a shower, but having to wash the entire head of hair, then condition it, then reapply leave-in conditioners, then dry it, style it. I'm so lazy to do that. So let's see if this is worth it and if it will hold up. And I'm also pretty sure that by the time that I finish editing this video, even though I don't include it in the actual video, me talking, maybe I'll write it down on the screen if I remember to do it, if it did hold up, for how many days it held up. Let's see. Or maybe I won't be done with editing the video or something like that, or I don't know, and I will actually include and show you what's going on with the hair. Let's see what happens tomorrow morning to begin with. Good night. Good morning, my dear beautiful friends. I don't know if you can tell that I just woke up, but I did just wake up really irritated. These rollers, oh my god, I had dreams. First of all, they weren't the worst, but of course I was stimulated all night by my hair being pulled here and there, so I'm gonna start to carefully try to remove the rollers and hope for the best result. Honestly, I'm not sure, I'm not sure what's gonna come out of this, but I really hope that it's going to be good and really, really worth it. So, let's see. To begin with, let's see if I can take the sleeping mask off. This is a silk sleeping mask. I use it every night. It blocks out all the light, and it's scientifically proven that it's good for you because it helps not to disrupt your production of melatonin throughout the night by blocking the light that
the sun can access into your eyes. Let me show you all around what's going on. I'm pretty sure that it's a little bit ruined because I've been touching it wherever it's pulling my hair. I've been pulling a little bit so that it can be loosened a bit and bother me a little bit less. Let's see now when I remove the rollers what's going to happen. I wanted to do a makeup video with the rollers on, but honestly I just think that I can't, so let me remove them. Okay, with the first strand, look at this. It's definitely like one of those heatless curls overnight, except that I used a bit of heat and the hair was slightly wet, so definitely there is something to it. I'm gonna go grab my brushes, hair brushes, the Boar Bristles one, hair oils, and everything else to comb through the hair once I remove all these pins, and we shall see if this is even decent or not, and how long it's gonna last. So these curls are only crazy until I brush them through, because obviously as every other curl. Let's see what happens when I brush them through. My favorite brushes are this Boar Bristles hair brush. This one is by Stash. I got it on Amazon, and you have to replace them once in a while because they get super dirty. In fact, this is a brand new one. I didn't peel this thing off of it. Let me see if it comes off here. There, you see it's coming off. You can tell that I just woke up because it took me an obnoxious amount of effort just to peel this thing. But I already used it a couple of times. Then a detangling brush. I really love this one by Conair because it's really hard. It's hard itself. It doesn't bend. If you push inside, it doesn't go inside. And it's soft, it's rounded. So it gives you a head massage. I only go in with this one after I detangled with the Boar Bristles hairbrush, and this one is particularly good at distributing oils throughout your hair. So I just spray my hair oils onto this brush and then brush my hair. And the hair oils that I use are, my favorite is the Hair Ritual by Cicely. This one right here, really good hair oil. Then a new one that I've been trying out that I like. It's a bit cheaper. It's okay. The Authentic Beauty Concept. I really like this brand. It's new to me, but I really like it. The Nourishing Hair Oil, really good as well. And the old, very loved one, Olaplex Bonding Oil, but this one I didn't even unbox, and it's been months since I repurchased it, and I finished the old one, but I didn't even unbox it because these other two oils have been good enough for me, so I'll save the Olaplex oil for when I feel like using it again. Right now we're gonna open the oils, and basically I'll show you how I put them on my brush, and this should be enough for one brushing, for sure, even two. So now let's brush the hair and see what comes out of this for real, like what it's gonna look like, because I'm not going on the streets outside like looking like this. Is just crazy. So let's see. Oh wow, I feel better because I really needed that head massage with this hairbrush. I really needed to massage my scalp. Gonna keep doing it with my hands. Now I want to use the comb as well to comb it in place. Let's see. Because to me it looks perfect, and remember, there's nothing that has hold in my hair. No hairspray, no texture spray, nothing, no mousse. It's just smoothing products. So the freeze created is just by rubbing against the pillowcase, I guess. And the hair mask too. No, I mean like the eye masks. The ones for sleeping masks. Yes. Now let's see the back as it's coming together. Oh wow, and to think that I woke up like this, my hair naturally dried like that. I couldn't style it like this ever. Like that good. I couldn't do it with a curling iron. I couldn't do it with anything at all. Like, for me to do it like this and to still be able to brush and comb through it, it's just crazy. But you cannot add anything that has hold to it, to the hair, because then it's gonna be really terrible in terms of how it feels. My hair feels amazing, like I can run my fingers through it, and I added hair oil to it now, so it's perfect. It's absolutely perfect. And if I want to, I could even add a bit of like antifreeze cream, a little bit like on the edges, but I don't think I need it, because you see how nice it's like. It's holding up so well. It's just crazy. I don't know if I need to do another check-in with you or not. I probably will, like at the end of this day, to see. I'm going back to sleep now. I can't. Like I slept well, but it's such a relief to take these off. I just couldn't wait. I got out of bed like crazy. I put a t-shirt on and I just started filming, literally. I really wanted to get them off my hair. Now I'm gonna go back to bed, try to meditate, and calm down, because I'm irritated by these rollers so much, like my scalp was pulled in all the directions through all the night. But I feel like it was worth it because if it dried like this and stays dry until I wash it, it's probably gonna stay like this. And it depends on how I sleep. I usually sleep on my back, so a little bit of this curl is gonna get lost, this back curl. Let me just show you around once more. This gorgeous, not even ruined. This is fucking crazy. I never had hair like this ever, styled so cool. And I've been trying to achieve pretty much this look even when I had longer hair. But my hair was longer, so obviously not specifically this look. And I would never go through the sacrifice of putting hair rollers in my hair overnight without any styling products before, especially because I had long hair. And now that I have short hair and I really had nothing to do yesterday, I thought, why not? It's really worth it because it feels so good. And after 2 days have gone by, if I know that I'm gonna wash my hair the next day and I still need it styled because I'm going out, and there's a couple of curls that need to be retouched with the curling iron real quick and a bit of hairspray, the rest is done and probably will stay done. Now I wear my headphones a lot, so this part probably will be a little bit pushed back, but other than that, this is just so beautiful. Oh wow, I wish I did a bit of makeup to really photograph this. It's just that good. It's crazy. I didn't expect this good of a result to come out, for the hair to be this crazy. Wow, this is seriously crazy. Okay, you guys, I'm gonna go. Hello there, my dear beautiful friends. So today it's Wednesday afternoon right now. When I put the hair rollers in my hair, it was Sunday night. Then I talked to you on Monday morning, and I want to show you, I just brushed my hair with a Boar Bristol's hairbrush and the detangling brush as well. I didn't go in with the comb yet, so I'm gonna start going in. And I didn't add any products to my hair while all this time. Basically, I slept 2 nights in a row with this hair like this. There's nothing that has hold to it in my hair. No hairspray, no texture spray, no volume mousse, nothing at all. And the curls are still there. They're not as prominent, but they're still there. So now I have an appointment and I have to go somewhere. And I'm going to style my hair basically with the hairspray, this cheap but it's good, which is also a thermal protecting spray with a firm hold. And before I spray my hair with the hairspray, I'm gonna be using the anti-freeze cream by OI. So this cream I really like. It's really good, and hairspray is okay, just to keep it in place. And while the hair is setting in place, the hairspray is drying, I'm gonna do a makeup look and come back to you to say goodbye with the makeup look on already, that you're gonna be able to see how I did it in a week from now when it's gonna be posted. So stay tuned, subscribe to this channel please, like this video, share it, comment down below something. I truly appreciate that. Even when you share the video, copying the link even helps. And if you want to comment a heart emoji here and there on my videos, that helps the algorithm tremendously and it warms my heart. So thank you very much for watching and for all of your support. Okay, you guys, so I did this beautiful makeup, and look, these hair rollers, they really help with setting my hair in place. Right now
I did the best I could. It would be looking better if I were to just curl my hair with a curling iron and wash it first, but it's fine, I'll wash it afterwards. There's so much hairspray in my hair that I already can't wait to wash it all off, and makeup too, but it's fine, I just did it, it's so beautiful. I didn't even finish. Stay tuned next week for this gorgeous makeup look, and I hope you enjoyed this experiment and that you enjoy my Allure French look overall today. Bye!